Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. I'm your host, Lenoria, and today, guys, I have the guys with me. We had 2 episodes, part 1 and part 2, with the girls, and we're going to have a part 1 and part 2 with the guys. With me here is Chris.
Hello.
Hello, and thank you for being here with me today.
Of course.
And I have my son, Zadi, here. Thank you, baby, for doing this. Okay, guys, we're going to dive right in. I hope that you guys tuned in to the ones with the ladies, because after the first and the second part with the ladies, we're going to have a first and second part with the guys to see, just to get their input on dating today. And then on the 5th episode, or the 5th one, we're going to have everybody here. And we're going to just let them go at it. Not in a bad way, just, when something is said, they can actually both elaborate and say why or when or what or whatever, however they feel. So we're going to start this with the same thing that I said to the girls. This is what I read to the ladies. It shows that the lack of nonverbal communication in today's dating world is what causes fear of commitment and ability to appreciate the person in front of you. Meaning, they're saying that nonverbal communication is really the problem of people it's a fear of being committed. I'm old school. I hope you guys saw the first 2. I believe this, because I believe that when you meet someone, you should be there face to face and you meet them, not that social media stuff. That's what y'all are used to. Yeah. Y'all are used to the online and social media, and
some of us do both,
some of you do both. Yeah. It's nonverbal though. And it's not. Do y'all think that's good?
I think it's like 70-30 of the relationships today is from social media.
I know.
Everything. So it's kind of rare to find certain things like that in Atlanta or Georgia, period.
Yes. To meet by fate. See, that's my favorite way of meeting anyone or being with someone.
And that'll be a fairy tale.
Yes.
You feel me? In this case, like in this day and
time.
Yes, that'll be a.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
Hard to come by.
You guys know I gotta ask y'all some questions, just like I did the ladies. Let's start here. I got my things all tangled up. You would think I would have myself together. Okay, so in your opinion, is today harder to date than ever before? And when I say before, I can't be saying before for me, I'm saying harder before for yourselves. Like to date, what about 4 or 5 years ago? Was it easier or is it harder right now? You, Chris, what you think? What do you think?
It's way harder.
It's way harder?
Yeah. Because even when I was like younger and I see my mom and my family date, and let's say around like 15 you still have sense, or 16 you have sense, everything was totally different than what it is now.
Yes. You say you have sense?
Yeah.
Like in your brain? So you have no sense. So, people don't have no sense now. Yeah. They really don't. So what do you feel? Do you think, Zadi, that today is harder to date than it was before, or was it easier for you before, or vice versa?
No, I feel like it would be harder now, because nobody trusts anybody now. Both sides feel like each side's out to get each other. Oh
my gosh! You know what? Jay, that was on the female that was on my show. She did say that, that some of the men are just, you can't even really trust them, and they lie.
I mean, we feel the same thing.
It's vice versa.
So it's like,
yeah. So where in the world is the world gonna go, guys? Where is the world gonna go when?
Because mainly it was before the men doing it. Now this generation, we have the women doing everything.
So you're saying before it was just the men?
Yeah, it was just the men. We were the blame.
Yes.
But now we having it's like competition.
Oh my gosh!
So
You know what? You gotta look back. I hope that you saw that episode, but if you didn't, it's on the first one. Jade, I think that was the first thing that came out of her mouth when she sat here and I asked these questions. She said, men and women are in competition with each other now. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was crazy, but I'm listening to her because she know her stuff. She's in it. I'm not. Mm-hmm. But you said the same thing. So why is there a competition? That's sad.
It's not like they're not purposely. People aren't purposely doing it. You know what I mean?
Some people not used to love. Like we're saying, it's just like we younger people. We don't know how like our older generation love they're not used to that.
Like me.
They never seen it. Yeah.
Like me.
You know.
Next month would be 31 years for me.
See?
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about it. They're scared to love.
But okay, so. I know this might be crazy, but I want to ask it, guys.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't feel like they're scared to love. I feel like people are scared that the other person not going to love them the same as they love them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they put up a guard, and that guard never comes down all the way. You know what I mean? Until
that person shows that they do love them, right?
Yeah, but sometimes, depending on how many times the person's been hurt, they might not let their guard down.
Indeed. That's where the trust issues and everything come in. And if you think that you go into another relationship, and you think that this person is everything that you want and need, you still put up that guard and you still you don't let them love you the way that you want to be loved. It's kind of confusing. So it's all like like people have trust issues.
I know because I do. I have some serious trust issues. I don't trust anyone, you know, of course my mom and dad and my children, my husband, but anybody outside of there, I just don't. And I don't know what made me disappointments in people, yeah. But you guys are not going to be able to, how are y'all going to ever marry or expect for a woman to give you herself and her all in her mind when she can tell that you are, when she's trying to talk to you and say stuff, you really want to open up to her, but you're like, no, I'm not going to do it because I already know if I get vulnerable or I give this lady everything or let her see my weakness, then she's not going to do right. Is that what y'all feel?
Or use it as fuel later on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So, oh my gosh.
You can tell like a woman that you like your deepest, you know, things that you did, like your bad.
What about your feelings?
What
about that?
Yes. Or even
that is a part of it?
Mainly the feelings.
Okay.
We can't express our feelings to the women's nowadays. That's dead.
Yeah. That's dead, Chris.
They're gonna either call you soft, they're gonna say
you weak.
Yeah, weak.
That was said in the first one.
He gonna keep coming to you to go. Yeah. It's all about like the women nowadays.
Oh my goodness.
All of the feelings of how they is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, this is something I am really glad to be here with the guys today because I can relate to women because I am a woman and I understand why they feel certain things. But with the guys, I'm learning right along with everyone else because I do know that they are pretty much afraid to just open book. You're not going to be an open book, especially not from the beginning. Show your emotions.
Or anything. We can't do none of that. We got to be, even if we got to be hard all the time. Even if we going through something, we always got to keep it in. We can't express that.
I don't understand why they feel that way.
Because that's how they show it now.
Yeah, you'll say, oh, I want you to do this. I want to hear this. I want to.
Right.
You'll ask questions. Mm-hmm. And one day, let's just say you tell them some certain things. Later on down the line, they'll use that and be like, see, this is why you this way, or this is why you...
Oh, no, that's a stupid person. That's a stupid female that will throw stuff up at you.
That's one thing. And then, like you said, they'll look at you like you just are weak. Like you're not the person we thought you were because of the fact that, that was an image.
I think that's today's, that's the day's era, guys, because a real woman who is backing her man, let me just speak for myself. If my man came to me and I said, what's going on? Because he doesn't talk. He just doesn't. And he's older than I am. Men back in the day, they don't talk a lot. They just took care and provided and did stuff. They're not communicators. They don't do that. That's why I think communication is very important to me. But if he came to me and he actually did say what was on his mind and how he felt, I'm like this. Honey, how can I help you? What can I do? I mean, I got you. I wouldn't sit there, and even if we got into a knockdown drag out, which is the worst thing, is my pet peeve, is when I don't want to hear it, you just want to argue and walk off. I hate that. Even in those moments, I would never say, well, that's why you couldn't do such and such, or that's why that will, yes, I can understand why that would break you guys down and make you feel like, well, I'll never tell you nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, that's all we really want now in this generation, is that like type of woman from before, a woman who respects us and also submissive. You ain't gotta bark.
Oh, there's that word, guys.
There's no women like really submissive
Okay, wait a minute.
to make us wanna.
Why do you feel that they're not, Chris? Why do you feel they're not like this? I mean, because they didn't just wake up and say, well, you know what? Let me just stop because I saw my mother submissive. I saw my nana submissive. I saw a lot of people, but I'm not going to be that way. Why do you think that they're that way? Because I'm not going to speak for them, because I'm going to let them speak for themselves when they're all here together. But I think that is because things that you guys were doing to turn them into that.
Or
Okay.
it's past trauma, and
That's true.
They want to be loved, so they can't heal from the past relationship that they had. They want to jump into another one for love, then use that trauma just to still break down that new relationship. So
And bring and like ooh, I'm about to mess up my mic, and bring baggage to the new relationship, and it messes it up.
Yes, totally.
But that's when you get with that new person and you tell them, hey babe, what you're doing, that's not me. That's something that you picked up from somewhere else, and I'm gonna need you to drop that at the door because I'm giving you who I am.
Yeah.
So why am I still dealing with something that I've never proved to you, I've never shown to you that XYZ? So why are you doing XYZ? Y'all don't even go through the motions of explaining it to them. It's like, you whack, get the fuck on, go. You go to the next one because y'all don't even want to put the time in to explain to them.
It's not really the time. Some things you should know on your own already.
But if you love that person, some people don't have that same education that you have, or the same level of understanding. And you might be, Chris, real advanced, and you know how to treat a lady. You've been around stuff, so you might know how to treat her. She might come in as, okay, I know so much, and you could teach her things. But if you don't take the time to say, honey, listen, you're doing the most, and I need you to do this. If you don't explain to them, then that could have been your life partner, but you let her go because.
So what happened if you do explain it to her and she's still acting that way?
Now it depends, and I got you. I'm right here with you because I cannot stand repeating myself, especially to an adult.
I hate it.
That is,
It's common sense.
like,
for
yeah.
me. That's my favorite word.
Common sense.
Everybody gotta have common sense.
Right, but sense ain't too common these days. Everybody ain't got common sense. It shouldn't even be called common sense anymore. Do you have any sense? Because it is a different way. But Jade said that it was the guys a lot and what they're doing, and I'm just hearing it from you guys. Y'all really want us to be right. Y'all want us to come and that submissive thing. I gotta go back to that, Chris. Who are the guys submissive?
Submissive. Okay.
Or should they be? I guess the women are supposed to be, not guys.
No, so because women.
That's us being submissive. Us explaining our feelings and telling us how we feel.
Yeah.
So what is submissive? Okay, your submissive is showing us your feelings. Well, what is our submissive?
Y'all been doing that for generations.
Okay.
The version of submissive that they're thinking of, a lot of women think the version of submissive that we're looking for is different from that one we're actually looking for.
So why don't y'all tell your women that?
For the most part, yeah. And for the most part, most women are not gonna even, from this generation, are not gonna want to do that the way you say,
right.
or they automatically have something in their head when you say submissive. They're thinking, oh, I'm yours. You want me to be your slave or your lapdog? And that's not what we want at all. You know what I mean? We want somebody that's there for us. You know what
I don't want my girl on her knees doing all that extra stuff. We be watching videos. I tell my girl, I never want you to do that. That's too much. I want to just.
Oh, Chris, that's so good.
happiness, come home.
How long you been? You're out of the dating game now, so you have someone.
Yes.
Okay, that's so good. That's good. So you've learned over the time to know that these are the things that you should do.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. So what do y'all think? What is your idea of let's see. What is your idea of first date? What would you do on a first date when you with a woman? What would you do for her? What do you think?
I'm a little older now, so all that Netflix and chill stuff is kind of dead. I'm not dating to date anymore. I'm dating to marry. So
Oh, Chris!
I'm not about to do
I
no
bet
Netflix and chill stuff.
Yeah, that's so good. That is so good because a lot of them out there just for the game, and you should be. You know, I'm not gonna say all the time, but I feel like if you did spend your time, energy, and space and all of that with someone, you should be going towards married or going towards being there together for a while, right?
Yeah.
What do you think a good first, your ideal first date?
Ideal first date, I think it would be something like, something that's fun and somewhere we can eat because women like to eat. Even though, you know what I mean?
You know what Jade said? She don't want to eat with you if she said no. Eating
That's why I said you gotta do something fun and eating nice, so it's not just like a dinner date. You know, because dinner dates are awkward. You guys used to be able to do a lot more things like dinner dates and stuff like that because you guys could build connections better. You guys were more voiceful.
Right.
You guys, you can speak.
Yes.
Now you have to do something fun like Top Golf. You know what I mean? It has food and it has something fun for you guys to do and get to know each other.
Okay, I think we just actually touched on this, but I'm gonna ask it because it's written and I want to ask the questions. Why don't you trust women today? What are they doing that is so bad, y'all? What are women doing so bad where you're saying, nah, I'm not gonna even, they're not even worth being trusting?
A lot of times women act like men now.
Men? And that's what Jade said. Oh my gosh, I gotta quit saying what Jade said. But the women did say that, so I'm not gonna mention her name. I'm just going to let y'all converse at when y'all are all here together. But why do you feel that you guys don't trust the women these days?
I got a whole list.
What have they done to make you feel that
they're grimy. They're low down. I don't know if I can say all that.
Yes, you can.
Can I
say what you feel.
Yes. They're sneaky. That's the main thing. They sneaky. No trust, no honesty, no. I got a whole book.
They're low down. They're sneaky. Are they liars?
Yeah, I about to say. Yeah.
Well, the men invented it.
But I'm saying though, but what happens when you get with a good man?
No,
are you still gonna do that?
I think y'all are feeling some kind of way now because women are doing y'all the way y'all been doing forever.
Yeah, but I'm out of that. This is gone. Now I'm gonna do this new generation. We trying to marry. We not trying to keep competing and doing that old stuff. That's old.
Yes.
I wasn't even with you when I was that type of guy.
Right.
I'm with you now. This is my better me, and you doing that to me now? Like when you know who I could be and what I could. But I don't want to do that.
But if they're doing that to you now, maybe it's because they knew. But then you can't be bringing, like I said, that baggage. Don't be if somebody trying to give you their better part of them and you're sitting there trying to still say, I remember when. You cannot be with somebody that's still remembering when. Because if they're not going to let you be the new person that you are, you still holding on to stuff that you saw me do or you thought I was, or even if I was that way. If I say it's over and I'm not that way anymore and you're not giving me an opportunity to show you where I am now, then it's be a waste of time to even be with them, right?
That's what I'm saying, a waste of time. And that's what a lot of females this generation would do. Even when they get a good man, vice versa.
Yes. Thank you for saying that because they think the same thing, right?
They think the same thing. And you go a month in and you start seeing their true colors. Not say a month. A month could be good. Let's say 2. Yeah. I'll give it 2 months. You'll start seeing that person's colors. You'll start doing more for that person just because they, wanted you to do more. And it's always going to
caring
be
more.
something. It's always going to be something. It's never going to be like peaceful like that with this generation.
So wait a minute now. So where's this world or this generation gonna go? So you don't think that there is good women out there who want the same thing as you?
Yeah, the only
gotta
thing
be.
we're going off right now is hope.
Yeah, I was about to say, even
It's hope.
for the most part, 90% of everybody is out for themselves. And most of the time, they're getting
This
into
is
somebody
sad,
that-
guys. It's sad.
Hope.
No. Okay, well, we went over this question, and I know the answer that you guys are going to give. However, I'm going to ask it. Do you guys think, no, this is stupid. I'm not going to even ask that. Let me reword it. Because the way that I asked them, I said, do you think that guys are too feminine today? I can't pronounce the word, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Women think that you guys are just too feminine. You are thinking about things that men shouldn't even think about, like your hair, what you look like, your nails, all kinds of stuff. That why are you thinking about this kind of stuff? Women are not used to men taking care of their hair. They're not used to men being
That's pretty much what you just said.
clean.
That's what you just described.
No, I'm just saying what was.
You want to,
Yeah, a person that's
man, just came home work with the boots
Yeah.
and dirty, all that, and he's stinking all the
say
time.
that.
That's
No, I didn't say
know.
that.
That's the only-
Well, see, I can't wait till the girls get here because they will be able to elaborate on that. All I know is that's what was said, and they were like, and when I asked them, are guys too feminine, and they said yes. They just doing the things that we should be doing or the things that we do. So I'm gonna let that one go because the best thing to do is to have the women here with the men. So when they say why, they can tell you why, and then y'all can say, okay, nah, and you can say the same thing. You just don't want a clean man. Is that why you feel that I'm feminine? Okay. They thought that I asked this question. Do you believe today's mothers are messing up tomorrow's son? I don't believe that. I know this is messing up my. Well, I hope this didn't mess up my the volume or the voice in the microphone. But I don't think that I messed my son up raising him. But they feel that we were too soft on you guys, and that's how we messed our boys up. That's what they said, our sons. I know I don't even expect for neither one of you, Chris or Zadi, for y'all to sit here and say, well, yeah, my mom messed me up, my mom did this. I don't even expect that.
I'm a mama's boy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a whole mama's boy.
And there is nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm saying? I have 6 sisters. I'm the oldest.
You have 6 sisters?
Yes.
All right, and so he should know really how to treat a woman.
And that's exactly what I do. I knew I was, back then, I was having fun. I get into a maturity of my age. I know what I want now.
And your sisters, did they not tell you tripping?
Yeah.
Why you doing such and such with this girl? Why you acting this way? And she showed you, and see, you had an upper hand with 6 sisters because you had a cheat card.
Yeah.
Your mom and your 6 sisters could have said, okay, you got mad at her. Why? If you talk to them about it, and they can put you in a place right now and say, hey, what you did, it was you. It was you, because her thinking was such and such. She can tell you what that girl was pretty much, well, of course we can't tell you what someone else is thinking, but how they were feeling, because women are pretty much alike in some way, somewhat, some way. But what do you think? Do you think mothers are messing up their sons?
Some of them, it kind of goes half and half, because there's some that are on the right track, doing the right thing, pursuing things they want to do, and there's some that just, some of them that actually were raised right and chose the wrong path still, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like hard to, put a ratio on that.
Well, I didn't raise you wrong. I told you and showed you how to be a gentleman. Yes. Okay. in the last 5 years, guys, have y'all ran across, let me read it. It says, and this is what the reason I'm reading it twice is because I read it to the women, and of course it was worded differently because we were talking about guys, but we're talking about girls now. So when I asked the girls, I said, in the last 5 years, how many scrub losers have you ran across? I'm going to ask you guys, how many skeezers have you, heifers have you crossed in the last 5 years of dating? Now, if you've been,
That's a minute ago.
I was gonna say, because if you've been with somebody for 5 years or more, you have not. But let's not even say 5 years. How is it often that you cross a skeezer? And when I say skeezer, because I got that word from, what is it, New Jack City? I don't care about that skeezer. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you crossed a lot of them in your dating time?
Yeah.
More than not, or?
We gotta know, like, you saying like skeezer as in like, or you talking
just somebody
about
trying to use you.
304s.
Yeah,
What are 304s? I don't know what 304s
So
are.
you gotta,
pretty much.
you gotta write the 304, 403. Then you read it.
I ain't even know.
What is it?
304.
I ain't even know.
You just switch it.
304.
So
403.
403.
I just
403. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
I didn't even peep it at
You
first.
can spell it, yeah.
Yeah.
H-O-E.
Yeah, H-O-E, yeah. The 4 upside down.
Yeah, you just turn it upside down.
If you do 3 or
I'm
4.
so slow.
Nah, it's
See, but is it the number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, upside down.
And you turn it around, you exactly know
boom.
what it'll
Oh,
say. Yeah.
who thought of that?
I didn't even know, and I knew what a 3 or 4
Who
was.
thought of that?
That's why
Yeah,
I got it.
turn
Okay,
around.
so ho, have y'all? Do you see?
Or
have you-
trick.
Okay, trick. I'll use trick.
Okay, now that's crazy,
Have y'all seen a lot of them come past?
yeah.
All the time. That's today's generation.
Chris.
You ain't got no money, you ain't got no money on, you done yun. You feel me?
Well,
It's
I
over
think
with.
he's gonna have a ball when the girls get here, because that is exactly what she
It's
kept saying
it.
over and over.
You ain't got no money, man. You can't do nothing for them. They don't want you.
Okay,
Oh,
let me see.
It's always what you can do for them. What you gonna do for me?
which is true.
What you
See,
gonna
that's
do for me?
crazy, because the men probably feel like, what is this woman going to bring to the table? What
Yeah.
can she do for me? Well, the women are feeling the same way. What can you do for her? When does it stop? Or why do you
But
go
we never ask what y'all can do for us. We never asked that.
women actually ask that?
Yeah. What we gonna do for them?
Yeah, that's it.
They'll say that.
Now, see, that's just dead. It's a woman that asks that, what are you going to do for me?
What can you do for me? What are you gonna do for me? Oh, you can't get my number.
Well, like I told this story in the first one with the girls, I remember meeting my husband, and I never asked him, what are you going to do for me? No, I'm not going to ask that, but you had to show it. You had to show, not just for me, what are you bringing? Because when I met him, guys, I had my own. I'm not tooting my horn or anything. I'm just stating the facts. I had my own apartment fully furnished. I had a brand new car of that year. I had a wonderful job paying really good, handling my business. And when I met my husband, he saw all of that. I didn't have to say, what are you going to do for me? If your brain is not telling you what you need to do, it's okay. Your brain ain't even got to work after a month or so, because you're going to be gone. You ain't got to work. Your brain don't have to work with me. It can work with someone else. But if you see what I have and you see how hard I'm working to have something to keep it in its mind, then you already know. And me as a woman, I'm going to actually, look and see what you're doing, and you're trying, and we're going to be okay, and we're going to grow and be together.
Most women that see you doing that will want to help anyway.
Right.
The ones that just
Like he did.
Yeah, the ones that sit there and beg, that's the one that makes you not want to
do it. We'll run away from the ones who's trying to beg. But like you said,
I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah, you had your own. We come in. We not finna freeload off you or try to. You got your own stuff. We want to help and provide for that. It was like, okay, you got your own.
Okay.
Look, so this one, I'm finna go out there and help you. Boom, boom, boom. But the girls who What you gonna like? We back to what you gonna do for me? I don't know. You didn't even show your worth to me.
Right. And I don't blame you on that. I don't blame you. I mean, if somebody asks me, what am I going to do for you?
Why would you go buy a bronze coin when you can go get a gold one? You know what I mean?
Yes. But a girl, I don't think she should ask what you're going to do for me. It's like, hey, I like you and let's just work together and let's do what we're doing together. Guys, we're going to finish this conversation on the next podcast. I hope that you enjoyed what we were talking about. Like always, feel the rumble and listen to the roar, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Bye-bye.